Oh, in the last video, I was talking about how I lost another 5 pounds, which means I've lost 15 pounds in a month, which is good. But I've also been having some issues with food. Fucking, I can hardly eat anymore without food making me feel fucking sick. Like I'm gonna throw up. It's disgusting sometimes. Like, like if I eat meat or something, the texture of it, the smell of it, like especially the smell of pork, has been making my stomach turn, and it might have something to do with the Wellbutrin that I'm on because I'm not on it to to you know deter me from smoking or anything because that's what they sometimes people are put on Wellbutrin to keep them from smoking and drinking and things like that, and to help with other addictions because it changes the way that things taste. It makes alcohol taste nasty, makes cigarettes taste nasty, and make you physically ill. And I don't know. But, anyways, the thing about food issues now are they're getting a little bit worse. They're getting worse because I've recently completely changed the way that I eat, the things that I eat. I don't eat like as many carbs and things like that, and there's more protein and meat in my diet now because it's not really like a ketogenic diet, but it's a mostly low carbohydrates diet. But I can't because lately I've been having a hard time most of the time with chicken, with pork, with ground beef, chunkier meats, chunky meats. I've been having a problem with texture and taste, and just having a hard time eating in general without it making me feel like I'm going to throw up. So that's part of the reason why I've been losing so much weight. I'm trying desperately to adjust to these newer foods that I'm not used to, but it's difficult. It's difficult for neurodivergent people to adjust to foods that aren't their safe foods, and sometimes it's damn near impossible to actually consume certain foods because either the way that they smell or the way that they look, the texture, the flavor, and it doesn't necessarily mean that we think that they taste like shit. It's just I can't physically eat certain things, and I'm going through a big change. I'm going through big changes diet wise. So I'm having a hell of a time, and um, basically my body's getting used to not being able to eat much at a time. That's why I'm losing weight so fast. And also, you lose weight when you go on a lower carb diet and a healthier diet. Diets are different for different people. Different people have different needs. And when I'm a diabetic, I have to have a certain amount of like carbohydrates throughout the day, or I'll end up hypoglycemic, which is dangerous as well. And it could be just as dangerous as having high if it gets low enough. But dominantly, my problem is hyperglycemia, but I'm on um, 1,000 milligrams of metformin twice a day and Jardiance once a day, so that manages my blood sugar pretty well. Um, I'm back in normal ranges after a really long time of having a hard time regulating it because I wasn't properly medicated and I wasn't eating right, apparently. So, yeah, adjusting to new diet, new foods. So that's been kind of a fucking nightmare. Because I used to like enjoy food, and now I don't enjoy food as much. I'm not saying I have RFID or this or that, but I have a lot of like similarities to RFID. There's something about like food restriction disorder or something. And I'm going through a lot of changes also mentally. So I'm well out of my comfort zone. And I'm changing. My life is changing. I'm personally changing. I'm discovering a lot very rapidly about myself through therapy and introspection and things like that. And I'm discovering that I'm actually more of a mess than I thought that I was, but that it's okay. That I'm figuring it out. And I told my therapist the reason why I was so afraid to discuss things like Jonathan and Ezra and stuff like that is because I didn't want someone to take them away from me. I don't want them to go. And she told me that the only person who can make them go away is me. And I don't want them to go, especially not Jonathan. Like, I care about Jonathan. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm aware of him when he comes out, and I'm aware of Ezra as well. But I'm not sure what they are. So I'm not saying, oh, I have DID, because that's hard to diagnose. Shit like that is hard to diagnose. Personality things are hard to diagnose. So I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to write those letters and, just try to, we're going to figure this out. So I'm not sure. I'm really excited about, getting my results back from my autism testing. I hope that I've been right all this time and that I can get the treatment that I need, because I have so many symptoms of autism. Like, ugh, might not show on camera because I'm more comfortable talking to an inanimate object than people and things. And of course, you're going to talk differently in a video than you are face to face with somebody. And making a video is a hell of a lot less nerve-wracking for me than explaining it face to face to someone, because then I feel like that people are gonna judge me and that they won't want me in their life anymore. And bonding is incredibly difficult for me. So when I bond with somebody, I almost cling to them. And especially with like, if I fall in love with somebody, they're my favorite person. My favorite person. And that's how come this shit with my ex, whatever in the hell he was, musician guy. I don't know. I think that's why it was so devastating with him, because he became my favorite person. If you're watching this, I really hope that hearing this sucks, because living it has been horrible. And if you have any trace of a conscience, you'll feel terrible for what you put me through. And I hope that you can get yourself together, have a better life for you, and treat people better. That's what I think. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Well, it is here and there, because it's affecting me now, and I'm trying to heal from that in therapy and things like that, because it was very traumatic for me. It is traumatic. And I'm trying to clean up the goddamn mess that disaster made. So, yeah. I've also been making a lot of other jewelry, and I made something really cool. I made something David Bowie themed. It's a black star, and it has stars and these little glinty things that remind me of stars, and it has eyes on it because he says in the center of it all, your eyes, in that song, and they're blue eyes. He had blue eyes. So this is special to me. This is very special to me because like Black Star was the last thing he ever made, and it's a very special album to me. I love it. I listen to it a few times a year because I can't really bear to hear it that often because it kills me to know that my hero will never ever do anything again. He's dead, and that sucks. But anyway, I'm not here to be down or anything. I'm doing fairly decently. These are long videos because I have a lot to say. There's been a lot going on in my life. And also this is very cathartic for me to talk about these things and to share my journey because it's a very, very, very hard journey I've been going on. Once again, there's probably going to be another video. So here goes goddamn 40 minutes.